Well, welcome back. It's the 21st of November, nearly just 1 month to Christmas, and you're in my vegetable garden. Welcome back. Very short video. Not much nothing's grown except a few of my seedlings. Just this time of year, it's just harvesting, taking stuff in as I want it. So I'll just quickly show you around. As you can see, we've had a few stormy nights. They've been absolutely bitter cold, but they've been gales as well, and as you can see there's a few pots and there's a few flowers over there which have just been like blown over. They are still producing some lovely flowers, so I'll leave them just as they are. I don't want to damage them anymore, but yeah, leaves. I'll collect my leaves, and as you can see there's not much left on the old cherry blossom tree there, but that vac blower thing does a very good job. Very pleased with it. I mentioned that I'm going to do more flowers this year because I really missed them this year, not doing as many as I used to. So we've been getting some clearance stuff dead cheap. Instead of £5 they're only £1. so these were bought by the wife and the bairns because the bairns said they look like they love them. So some nice white with frilly ends and some nice pink ones, and then there's just mixed tulips, various colours, and latifolium, 25 of them in there. Instead of 3 it was £1. So I need to get my finger out, get these in the ground before the frosts and the freezing weather comes in. It's only a matter of just round the corner and I'll not be able to do anything. The sweet corn nearly got there, but the weather now produce. I'm definitely going to grow these next year. But I just ran out of time. They've got the tassels, they've died back, but the actual cob itself, they're not grown. They're just staying like little baby sweet corn. So good thing. I'll definitely grow these, definitely earlier on, and anything like these I should get a really lovely crop of sweet corn next year. As I say, just the only thing that's grown a little bit is me overwintering cauliflowers and cauliflowers. As you can see, they look sort of, we've had frosts and what have you, but they're not looking too bad. I mean, the centres look green and healthy. So this is the Chinese cabbage, and it's really a nice little grow, this. If I can find the, there we go. So this is the Kasumi, don't know if you can say that, Chinese cabbage, Kasumi F1s, and well, I haven't had any yet, but I mean, as you can see, it certainly grows even in the harsh weather we're getting. The out ones have been nibbled a bit, but the weather's so cold now, I'm not really getting many slugs and snails. They're taking shelter, I think. Yeah, just leeks are really coming on. Me potatoes, I need to do a reveal soon. All the foliage just died back. I don't know if it's the weather or the ready. I don't think they're ready. I think it's the frost. So the chances are I've probably got nothing in them. But there you go. Such is life. Right, so I'll show you into the seedlings now. They seem to be doing alright. Sorry for getting a bit close there. The sweet peas. Sorry, the ordinary peas, which are the Douce Provence, as you can see. These are getting no heat whatsoever, just being in the greenhouse, and they are doing really well. No apparent damage there by the looks of it. The sweet peas, not too bad. As I say, once they get 2 leaves, you get the growing tip, and you just take the tip off, and hopefully they'll shoot out from the 2 growing points now and give you a bushier plant. None of these seedlings here, or indeed the seedlings in the other greenhouse, the flower ones, they've been sown for about a month, something like that. So certainly 3 weeks, probably a month. And the one thing you've got to avoid when you're overwintering stuff, in my opinion, is don't overwater stuff. And as I say, these were sown a month ago, and I haven't watered them once. Even in the shelter of the greenhouse, it's that cold, and they don't take that much water from the soil. And just looking at it, you see the bits in between, they've dried, but you can see that soil's darker, so that's still well wet enough to support these plants through the winter, and the same goes for there. Don't overwater them whatever you do, otherwise if it does get cold and freezes, the water in there will freeze and it'll damage the roots, and that's it, your plant's at it. So that's my little tip. Don't overwater over winter. In fact, I've watered 1 month ago, and I don't even think I'll need to water for another month, the way these are looking. Even these are a bit wetter than I would have ideally liked, but I can't dry them out anymore, so they'll just have to try and cope. As I say, these they've got a little bit of leaf damage, and I think that is the frost, because we had -1 last night. So I think that's the little bit of leaf damage you can see there, but generally the leaves are looking good. There are the Aqua Dulce Claudia, doing alright. Nice sturdy stocky plants. I mean, plenty of nice healthy growth there. And these ones, which are all the way up there now, they are the Sutton, and again there's a little bit of leaf damage on the tips of the leaves, but the top growth, well, there's a tiny little bit there, but generally the top leaves are looking alright. So we'll have to keep an eye on them, see how they're getting on. The overwintering chilli plants that I'm doing, or pepper plants, still got leaves, still looking fairly green and healthy. This one even has a bit of green fly for an end of November, and I'm suffering from green fly. I mean, I would have thought it was cold enough to kill these things off now, but there you go. Just shows you how warm it is in here. So we'll go into the next one, into my little mini greenhouse. Right, seedlings. doing better than others. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. There you go, that's better, it's focusing. Some of them are starting to get the true leaves, as you can see in the centre there. So that's the wallflower. Some a bit worse for wear, but they are getting, there you are, they are getting some true leaves, so there's hope for them yet. Same goes for most of them. Some a bit worse for wear, some others doing a lot better. And there's one in the centre there that's getting its true leaves as well. So I'm really expecting mixed results from this. So even if they'll die, God, it's an experiment. I like doing this sort of thing, keeps us busy over the winter months. As you can see that one there, that's died off. And the same for these as the broad beans and what have you. I haven't watered these for about 3 weeks, a month. So I really don't think you need to water them at all, really, over winter. They don't really take much water out of the soil. So that's them. Again, just to show you, focus in. As you can see, the old outer leaves are looking a bit worse for wear. The brown dying off, but you can see in front of my finger there's 2 green leaves, and they're the true leaves, and it's getting some of them. So again, mixed. These, the Nephalia, they're certainly getting their true leaves. You can see the bigger seed ones and then the smaller true leaf. The Amaranthus at the back there, doing alright. Sticking in there. And come back a bit. These are the Echinacea, and as you can see there's quite a few now coming, and they're looking pretty good, so I'm pleased with them. Best I've ever grown them. And there's some that are really doing well. This is the calendulas, and they're getting some of the true leaves. As you can see, there's some dying. I'm going to have to take them out to stop this mould or fungus taking hold. But yeah, there's some. The outer leaves browning, but the inner leaves there starting to come along. So mixed there. These asters, these are the healthiest looking ones out of the lot of them, and they're getting true leaves. Doing really well. That's a seed case on that one. But they're looking fantastic, them asters. So they do well. The grasses do what grasses do. There's some more sweet peas there. So that's doing alright. So yeah, all in all, not bad at all. Peppers starting to look a bit worse for wear now. Cold's coming in. As you can see, I've got a couple more peppers left on this one. The garlic doing really well in here. Really pleased with it. Shallots really doing well, I think. Pleased with them. The asparagus, I thought this was sort of dying back, but so I've cut back the stems here. All these stems I've cut back, but then it's went and shot up another stem so it's not quite finished with yet. But anyway, oh yeah, and finally, these are, now I'll get this right, Savoy cabbage, overwintering, and they look really, really good. Pleased with them. There's none actually fired in that one, but in all the others along there, they've been alright. The mammoth onion that I'm trying, as you can see, there's one coming through there, there's one there, one coming through there, one starting there, couple there. So yeah, the mammoth onions doing alright. And then there's me mammoth leeks, and here presto, 2 there, 2 there, another 2 there, 2 there, and so far 1 in there. So yeah, me mammoth veg is certainly sprouting and doing alright. Well, that's me heater there that I'm using. It's doing a fantastic job. Just that little light there is enough to raise this thing, this mini greenhouse, by about 4 or 5 degrees. It only takes about 1/4 of a litre, if that, to fill that right up, and that's been going 3 days non-stop on just one fill of that. So it's very cost effective, and as I say, this, and I'll come back out, this greenhouse was, sorry about that, this greenhouse here, we had I think I mentioned it before, had a really severe frost. It got down to, there you go, nearly -1 degrees last night. But this here, this didn't get any lower than, it was 5 degrees. And that's on the very tiny setting I've got it on there, and have that higher and produce more heat, but for the moment it's fine just running on a very low flame setting, and this manages to stay a good 5-6 degrees warmer than outside. So I think they should be okay. I'm hoping so. I'd like to have some success in some form out of all this, even if it is just my asters at the back there that seem to be really doing well. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little update. Again, there's not much to do this time of year except maybe look through seed catalogues, plan what you're going to do next year. So I hope that wasn't too boring for you. As I say, I started this out as just a personal diary, as it were, but I think I'm only a couple off 200 subscribers, so I can't believe there's nearly 200 out there that takes an interest in these videos. I'm very pleased you do, and I hope it helps some people out there looking at me successes and failures, of which I've had a few this year. But it's all about, that's what gardening's all about. It's about learning things, just taking your failures, making sure you don't do it again, and turning them into successes the next year. So on that very philosophical note, I shall say so long, and I'll see you next time in my vegetable garden.